I'd like to call this meeting of the City of Elkhorn Architectural Review Board and City Planning Commission to order. It's Thursday, May 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Minell,
Here.
Geisling,
Here.
Boardman,
Here.
Stocko,
Here.
Hunter,
Here.
Wetke,
Here.
Schroeder.
Here. We've got the minutes of the May 1st, 2025 meeting. Did everyone get a chance to review them?
Move they be approved as written.
Second.
And motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Our first item is Sarah Boss with the Walworth County Housing Authority for site plan architectural review for 422 North Wisconsin Street. How should we do that? Allison, do you want to go first, or you want to hear from the applicant?
Yeah, I can briefly introduce the project, and the
Okay.
applicant is present then if they want to add anything to it. The applicant, being the Walworth County Housing Authority, is requesting a site plan and architectural review for a small proposed addition and remodel, as well as a parking lot expansion at 422 North Wisconsin Street. This proposed project would include a 640 square foot addition, as well as a 4,580 square foot impervious parking area. The first floor would remain as a business use, and the second floor would be converted into 4 residential apartments. That would consist of 2 one-bedroom apartments and 1 two-bedroom apartment and 1 3-bedroom apartment. The addition on the building that they are proposing is basically for an elevator. There's not really too much else within that proposed addition other than some entrance, exit, and then in order to come up to code, they'd be adding an elevator there. And then I will turn it over to the applicant if they have anything further to add.
Good evening. My name is William Henry with Kehoe Henry and Associates here in Elkhorn. We are working with the Housing Authority on this project. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. We did receive the comments that Allison sent us along with staff report, the city engineer's report, and also from the water utility. So we are putting a response together to each of those items. Just so you know, I have reached out to Nate Steffen and talked through some of the issues with that he brought up in his comments. I have a call into Naomi Roush at Kapoor, and I'm hoping to meet with her on site to go over a sidewalk along 2nd Avenue and things like that. Other than that, if there's any specific questions, we'd be happy to answer them at this point. We are looking to start demolition interior work, the interior demolition works on Monday. And we're looking to have the construction work starting early August after we get the bids in.
I guess I'll start here. My understanding is that the Housing Authority will not be relocating their offices into that lower level. Is that?
At this particular point, that's correct. The first floor will just be gutted and made into a white box, and they will be marketing it to some commercial tenants. And whether it's one tenant that takes up the entire space, we have looked at a preliminary layout that could have up to 3 tenants in it.
Okay. And then the upstairs units are permanent rental units. This isn't a Housing Authority programming of some sort that they're using those apartments for.
They will be long-term rentals, yes, but
Okay.
it will remain part of the Housing Authority's complement of rentals that they have throughout the county.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
Naomi is not here this evening, but Mike Timmers from Kaport is online if you have any engineering questions. Naomi's review is included in the packet. There were a couple of minor comments that would need to be addressed if, if you recommend approval this evening. I feel confident that those could be worked through at a staff level, in addition to my comments as well. As long as we encompass in the approval that the applicant will work with staff to come to a conclusion on those couple of things, the sidewalk, the water connections, and those sorts of things.
Just for your information, I forgot to mention it. We are intending to sprinkle the entire building, so there will be a new 4-inch water main, water service into the building. That's a code requirement due to the residential use on the upper level, but the entire building will have to be sprinkled.
Just a question on the tenants upstairs. And I'm sure this is going to be true, but there's going to be leases, correct? I mean, obviously, if you see long-term, full-term, we're talking 1-year leases, 2, whatever.
I think Sarah could better address the term of the leases that they typically have.
Sure.
Sarah Boss, Walworth County Housing Authority. Yes, these would be traditional leasing agreements. We would have typical 1-year lease with renewal terms.
Okay.
Anyone else have any questions?
If you don't mind, Mayor.
Yes.
So I just first of all, thank you for accommodating me, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, so if there's do you have any specific questions about any of the responses or the comments that Naomi has had? I know you mentioned you have a call into her. I'm sure she'll get back to you. I could meet with you or she could meet with you on site if needed.
That would be great. Either one at your convenience. If you want to just send me an email with some available times and dates. The concern we have is when you get to the west end of the property, the northwest corner, there's a couple of large utility pedestals that would be right in the location where a traditional sidewalk would be located. So we're hoping that the city would give us the flexibility just to end that sidewalk at the current concrete apron that comes off of 2nd Avenue. And we would extend it from the intersection that is at the corner of Wisconsin and 2nd Avenue, and then run it to the west and then tie into the existing concrete apron and just leave it at that. You see those 2 rectangular boxes there. The one that's closest to 2nd Avenue is about 3.5 feet tall, sticking up around.
Yeah, I took a look at that too. I saw it on the plans, and then I saw it on Google Earth, and yeah, that would at a minimum take some time to move if that were the case. But we can work through that. We could meet you out in field, see what's possible, and see what DPW or others have thoughts on.
Sure, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
I just have one question.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Excuse me, Bill, are you with having it sprinkled, are you planning on adding an extra hydrant then?
I talked with Nate Steffen this afternoon, and on our drawing, you see coming from Wisconsin Street there, we have the notation for the new 4-inch service. If you want to slide your cursor over to the right a little, Matt.
Oh, sure, I see it now.
That's presently where the water services come in now. There's 2 separate services that enter the building. We would have to replace all of that back to the main because those are small services. And then we would be locating a fire department connection on that east wall. And that would be within 40 feet of the current hydrant that's at the corner of 2nd Avenue and Wisconsin Street. And Nate thought that that would be sufficient to meet that requirement. But obviously, we'll talk further and give you some more details on it.
Okay, thank you.
else?
I move for approval with the contingencies that Allison has placed on there.
Excuse me, Mayor, I didn't get my mute button quick enough. Or my unmute button.
Would you like to hear that motion again?
No, I just had one more question.
Yes.
I just want to know if the applicant received the materials list from the city, water main and, well, the storm sewer. There's comments that Naomi had, and one of them was the water main materials and making sure we show them on the plan and follow what the city's guidelines are, as well as the storm sewer. But I just wanted to know if you had received that list of water main requirements.
That was one of our questions that was referenced in Naomi's report, but there wasn't an attachment with that. So
Yeah.
we're receiving that as well. And this project will have complete plans and a specifications book that we'll be submitting, so you'll be able to review that. And I'm quite confident that our typical specs are going to meet the requirements.
Okay. I noticed that she said that in her memo, and then I looked back at her email and she mistakenly didn't include it in the email. So we can get that for you. So thank you.
Thanks.
That's all from me.
We're a little out of order here. I guess we've got a motion. We didn't hear a second, I don't believe. Second. So we've got a second. Now we can have a little discussion if we'd like. Anyone? Bill, you're good with getting together with the city and Kabor and working out those details?
Absolutely.
No big surprises
No.
on there? Okay. Anyone else? All in favor of sending this on to the council?
It doesn't, it's a site plan. It doesn't go to council.
Oh, it doesn't go to the
No,
council?
but did you want to do a roll call vote?
Sure. We can take a roll call vote, I'm told. Go ahead. You're up.
Ready? Watke,
Yes.
Hunter,
Yes.
Stocko,
Yes.
Boardman,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Minell,
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes. Okay, thanks, Sherry.
Thank you.
You bet, thank you. Next, we have Bruce and Sarah Lechner for Station 20 Pub and Grub, 20 South Wisconsin Street, for a CPO district project discussion and recommendation. So,
Thank you. I can briefly introduce this project. Sarah and Bruce Lechner are the tenants and the operators and owners of Station 20, located at 20 South Wisconsin Street here in Elkhorn. They are looking to do some facade improvements to that building, and the building falls within our Central Place Overlay District. So anything within that zoning district needs the Architectural Review Board's approval. So you'll see enclosed in the packet, there is some diagrams showing what they would like to do versus the existing. So in front of you, that's what the property currently looks like. And then this is their proposed window improvement. And this would actually be almost like a partial garage door. So it would open up and allow air and fresh air and daylight to come into the building. They would not be having patrons outside on the sidewalk. They would not have benches or seating outside, but they would have a seating area inside so that someone could sit there and look out. So that is what they're proposing to do here. They are here. If you have any questions for them.
okay, yeah, if you want to
Good evening.
give us a
Bruce
little
Lechner.
overview of what you're planning, and you had a very nice narrative in the packet.
Well, thank you.
Here.
What we're trying to do is we'd like to do an outdoor seating area there, but we can't because of the sidewalk and we can't put an outdoor patio or nothing there. So we thought we could at least maybe try this open air concept. People can still get the same feel, sit inside, they get air coming in. And right now that window is 30, 35 years old. It's not insulated very good. Wintertime, it's frosty, everything. It's just, it needs an improvement. And this is what we thought we could try and do and improve our area and hopefully bring more people to the city and enjoy our restaurant. And so if you guys got any questions,
Any questions for Bruce?
Katie, if she wants to add anything, she's been very helpful in helping us.
The only thing that I would add is that we're not actually modifying the size of the window. If anything, we're shrinking it and taking it to bar height, similar to what you see in Fat Cats in Lake Geneva or the Crazy Train Saloon in Waterford. We've kept the building intact as far as the historic nature and character of it. And what I was sharing with them is that basically instead of the lines, the panes, the glass going this way, now they're just going to go this way. So from a facade standpoint, it's really not a large change from what they currently have. It's just going to give more Elkhorn patrons the opportunity to benefit from outdoor seating. It's the feel in downtown without actually changing any of the code ordinance. It's falling within the city guidelines.
So Bruce, would you still have seating for people who smoke?
Yes.
You know, there's
Yep,
like,
yep. It'd be off to the side. Yep. We follow all state regulations for that.
Any other questions?
I'd make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
So this doesn't have to go to council?
No.
No. Okay.
This is it.
Good. Then we can order tomorrow.
You can order.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any general discussion items?
We're gonna change it. Meeting day.
Yeah.
I don't think so. This falls between meeting dates as well, but we did briefly discuss that July 3rd Plan Commission date. And I think it would be good to probably cancel that meeting and just not plan for anything, given that it's the day before July 4th.
So we'd have one meeting in July on the 17th.
Yeah. If everyone's okay with that, unless you all want to come, I'll be here.
No.
Will the garage door be up by then? What's that? Garage door be up by then? It might be. It takes 4 to 5 weeks to come in, but they said they can get it in. So.
Okay, anything else? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.